Chelsea, congratulations on winning Big Brother. How does it feel the morning after?
Oh my gosh, I am on top of the world. I am so grateful that me as a super fan won Big Brother 26. This is a dream and I'm loving it.
Mhm. I'm sure a lot of people have said this to you already, but the finale just felt like a formality to crown you the winner because you just played the back half of the game perfectly. And are you even surprised yourself by how smoothly things went for you in the back half?
Whoa, like part of it was a lot of strategy, and the other part of it was just like people didn't really play the game well and luck. So it worked out really great for me. I am very shocked to see how the second half of this game went for me. And I'm not going to question it. I'm just grateful, but I am shocked.
Was there at any point, like in the back half, where you felt like, oh, this week might be tricky or this might not go my way? And I do think of like a plan B.
Yeah, the only week that was tricky for me was the week I was trying so hard to convince McKenzie to put Leah up because me taking the risk and mentioning Leah's name to her closest ally and her staying could really mess up my game. So I put all my eggs in that basket. So that was the trickiest week. Bar that, I feel like I was a 4 or 5 steps ahead in where I wanted to see the game go.
Yeah, for sure. And I love the jury Q&A because I felt like you couldn't have scripted any better with Mackenzie's answer about Leah. And then
Yes.
you immediately pouncing on it and you were like, that was my move.
Yeah, yep. I was not gonna let all my hard work go to waste. So jury set that up really well for me.
Was that always part of your strategy to just because I feel like a lot of people in their Q&A and speeches they want to claim like they were being honest, but instead of owning their moves and what they
Yeah.
did, and that includes like manipulation and deception, and you felt
Yeah.
you were ready to own everything.
Yeah, absolutely. Nobody comes into Big Brother saying, I just want to be the most honest person. Every single person in the house lied at some point in this game. So it's not about who played the most honest game. It's about who played the best and most respectful game. So that's what I wanted to get across. Because nobody can say they played an honest game in this Big Brother house. But people can say, yeah, I deceived, but I had a respectful game that no matter what I did, people can respect the moves that I made because they were strategic. That's what I tried to get across in my speeches as much as I could.
Yeah, for sure. Well, after your Q&A and speech, I was like, she's winning 7-0. Because before, like maybe it'd be like 5-2, but now it's like clean sweep. So how are you feeling after that section?
I thought it was going to be 4-3 McKenzie, to be honest with you. So the fact that I kept saying my name, I thought, okay, am I dreaming right now? Do I need glasses? Am I actually seeing Chelsie come out of these keys one by one? I am shooken. So the fact that it was unanimous, I honestly am shocked. Do I think it was a game well played? Yes. I just didn't think that I would have that pull with the jury. So, woo wee,
Really?
I
So
was
you
shocked.
still thought you were gonna lose after the Q&A and speech?
Yeah, there's a part of me that's like McKenzie just won yet another competition and she took me to the final two. She could have used that to her benefit in her speech and really took me out. But when I heard what I was saying versus what she was saying, I felt like I had a better sway. So I was crossing my fingers, just hoping for the best. But I really didn't know how the jury was going to lean.
Were you worried about bitter jurors?
I was, the very first question I got, and Angela had a certain face. I was like, this is not going to go good for me. It seems like she's a little mad. That scared me. So I tried to stay as poised as I can and grounded as I can to not let the emotion of the jury sway my emotions
Mhm.
in that moment. So whether she was mad or not, she respected the conversation, and I'm grateful.
I feel like maybe you won her back later on when you not so slyly revealed that in one of your answers that Mackenzie didn't like Angela.
Oh my
Wanted to
God,
get
that
her
was me
out.
spitballing, speaking out of the side of my neck, revealed something that I probably didn't even need to reveal, to be honest with you. That was a slip up, and I feel so bad. But I think Angela was a little shocked to hear that her perception of people in this game, not just me, was very off.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love your diamond line in your speech. When did you
Mm.
come up with that?
Yeah, so I was thinking about the speech the night before, and I knew that I was most likely going to be sitting next to Mackenzie, and I needed to differentiate my game versus hers. Yes, she has more competitions. I thought, what else do I have? And when I looked at how strategic I was, when I looked at how social I was and skillful, three S's that I thought about, so I didn't forget. I said, how do I visualize this so they can see? And the first thing I thought of was a diamond. You can look at it from multiple angles, and no matter how you look at it, it's beautiful. And I was like, oh, that actually fits. Let me go ahead and just throw that little line in there. And glad I did.
Yeah, I mean, Rabina was like fanning herself with the card.
My
Well, I
girl
mean, I also
Rabina.
don't know if you noticed when you were giving your speech, but Mackenzie was nodding along like right next to you when I was
Agreeing.
like, "Oh, does she want to vote for you too?"
She did tell me, she was like, after that, I want to give you my keys. So yes, I did see the jury responded well to what I had to say. And I'm grateful.
hmm well, you did change your answer in part three of the HOH. Otherwise, it would have gone to a tiebreaker. Why did you change your
Yeah,
answer?
no, that was the first time ever in this game that I have second guessed myself in a competition. I've won all of these mental comps because I was like, just go with your first gut, like just no questions asked. I don't know why I changed my answer. I just got in my head last minute. It was the last question. I was nervous. I can't even tell you. It was all a blur. I felt like I was about to pass out. It was just a lot going on. So, yeah, I royally screwed up that last question.
But I feel like it kind of still worked out well for you in the end because it
Mm.
you were your social game was so strong that you could depend
Mm-hmm.
on Mackenzie to still take you.
Yeah, it worked to my benefit. Whether I won and I took her, it would work to my benefit. Whether I lost and she took me, it still proved a different portion, a different part of the diamond. And so either way, I felt like I was going to use to my benefit and view it as a glass half full.
hmm So how torn were you between Cam and Mackenzie had you won the final
Yeah, a
series?
couple weeks ago, I thought about as I was navigating this game, if it was them two at the end, what would I do? I knew I was split between my head and my heart. My head is like, take Cam because I feel like that would be very, very easy to sway the jury between he and I. Very different games for very, very different reasons. And Mackenzie would be much harder. But I thought, like, when I leave this show, number one, would I be proud of who I took if I had the opportunity? And number two, I thought contextually, who deserves to be number one and number two? Because both leave with something great. So who would I want to see deserve to leave with number two? McKenzie, nobody can say that McKenzie wasn't deserving to be number two, if not number one in this game. So I was going to go with my heart and take that girl because she protected me as I did her. And selfishly, I just wanted to see two women at the end. And
Yeah,
yeah, I
it's
was going to
been
give Cam the
13
boot.
years since
Yes,
all female part
yes,
two. So
yes. So I just, yeah, just for that little bit would want to take her. And I was like, Cam, we've carried you enough. Go. We love you. You know we love you, but the girls are walking together and sticking
yeah.
together. So yeah, I would have taken her.
hmm when did you realize you could persuade Mackenzie to do what you want?
Oh my goodness. I realized that during my HOH when she used the veto on Angela. And I didn't even have to work that hard to do it. And that's when I knew there may have been some insecurity in her game and decision making. And that's what it was, just insecurity, not knowing what to do. So she heavily relied on me to help her with those decisions. I just helped her make decisions for me in the end, not her. So I realized that during one of my HOHs. And during her HOH, when she had that and the golden power of veto, the end result was still what I wanted. So I knew there's insecurity in that portion of her game and making wise decisions. And that was the lane that I took. Let me utilize that, get her on my side to get her to believe every game move that I told her was the right one.
You played the long game.
I played the long game. Yes, 100%.
Well, Chelsea, it was great speaking with you. Thanks so much for your
Thank
time.
you, Joyce.
Congratulations again.
Thank you so
Amazing season. One of the best winners ever. So
Oh, thank you, Joyce. Thank you so much.
thank you. Have a good one.